Now, one of the coolest features of using a 360 camera, especially the GoPro Max 2, is creating hyperlapses. And that is because you are capturing a 360 view. So once you get into your editor, you can really change it up and you can create a lot of different hyperlapses just from one take. And I'm going to demonstrate that here on this street. So I'm currently walking and now I'm going to set this up to do a motion lapse going down the street with the palm trees. And then I'm going to break it into 3 different time lapses that I was able to create using my 360 camera. And these moves are really something you'd only capture when using a 360 camera. So let's start these time lapses. The first thing I am going to do is I'm going to extend my GoPro pole as high as it goes, and then I am going to put the GoPro directly above me, and I'm going to try to maintain this height for my whole walk. And now I'm going to just keep on walking straight here, and let's see what we can capture. Okay, I am going to walk back this way though, because I did pass the street that I really want to try this effect on. It has a lot of palm trees leading out to the ocean, so I think we're going to be able to get incredible results. So let's go back over here. Okay, we are approaching the street that I want to go down with the palm trees lining. I mean, look how beautiful this is. Now let's just try and capture this as high as possible to see what kind of shots we can get, keeping the GoPro up a little bit higher. Shooting time lapses and hyperlapses with a 360 camera really is a game changer, and I think the Max 2 does a great job at it. And I love it because you can go in and create a lot of different angles, right? So I could take one hyperlapse and I can create a bunch of different movements inside that hyperlapse and really take my hyperlapse to that next level, which is something awesome. Okay, so now I think it is important to show you exactly how I edit my hyperlapses in post. Now I use a little bit of a workaround, which I think has really worked great for me and has really allowed me to edit together some amazing results and creating hyperlapses with the GoPro Max 2. So you can see here I have my footage that I shot out in California, and we are just going to take this first clip here and I'm going to show you how I created those first couple of time lapses that we created in the beginning of the video. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to just open this with GoPro Labs. Now we are actually not going to edit the video in GoPro Labs, but you can see once I open this, I can rotate this 360, and I do have my 360 video here, and you can see it is 360 all around me. But we are actually going to create this video using Insta360 software just because I think it is a little bit more advanced than GoPros. So in order to do that, we have to convert this 360 video here into a general 360 video that can be read in any 360 program. So we are simply going to come up here, go to export, and it is going to bring you a couple different options. We're going to go to advanced options here. Now I like to leave this at 8K, and I like to set my bitrate to the highest. So I always move that over to max. And because I am shooting a little bit in the shadows, I am going to allow GoPro to denoise this a little bit here. So then we're going to just simply press next. And this is going to bring me to my option on where I want to place this video, so I know where it is in order to bring it into Insta360. Okay, so now that I exported my 360 video, you can see it is right here, and now it is just one giant 8K file, and this is what the video looks like. You can see it's kind of stretched out, but this is what the 360 view looks like in this format, and this is just a general 360 video. So now I can open it up into any 360 software, which we are going to do so inside Insta360 Studio. So now I am going to open up Insta360 Studio, and this is a pretty simple software, but it does allow you to do a couple more things that GoPro desktop software just doesn't allow you to do. Okay, so I am going to take my 360 video, now that it is just in a 360 general format, and I am going to drag and drop it over here on the sidebar inside Insta360 Studio. Now, once I have this inside Insta360 Studio, you can see I scrub around and I do have my full 360 video here. And I just prefer to use Insta360 software when it comes to creating hyperlapses on the desktop, because they've really made it straightforward and easy to do so. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out where I want to start my hyperlapse here. So let's see here. If I'm walking, maybe we want to start it right before I start cross the street. And same thing as in GoPro, you have keyframes, right? So I can set a keyframe here telling Insta360 this is where I want to start my video. And now if I press play, you can see it is holding in that position. Now, I normally like to give myself a couple of seconds before I start my hyperlapse. And in order to start the hyperlapse, you are going to click on this thunderbolt icon down here. And this is called time shift inside Insta360. And when I click that, I get this little red bar. And this is going to tell Insta360 when I want to start and stop my hyperlapse. So I'm just going to scrub all the way to the end of my clip, because I want to end my hyperlapse right when I get to the other street here. You can see this is where I want to start and end my hyperlapse. Now, they do give you a couple of different options here. So it's going to start off at 2x, which I think is actually pretty slow. And I actually like to drag this all the way up to 64x. And this is where I think you get the best results, is at 64 and 32x. Now 64, just because this is such a long street and it took me roughly 3 to 4 minutes to walk from one side to the other, I think speeding it up 64 times is really going to allow me to get the best effect out of this hyperlapse. So now I can click here and now I can just press play, and you can see I do have a hyperlapse on my timeline. Now, one thing you want to make sure you have on is this motion ND. And what this is going to do is it's just going to add back that motion blur into your footage when you export it. And this is going to give you a more realistic look. Otherwise, your footage is going to be a little bit on the choppy side. Now, because I do have this first keyframe, I can come over here. Let's say I just want to do a straight walkthrough hyperlapse. That's no problem. You know, I can just set my first keyframe there and then come to the end of the hyperlapse, set another keyframe there, maybe move it a little bit so it's a little bit straighter. And now when I press play back, you can see I have a pretty straight and even hyperlapse. But if you want to add different motions into your hyperlapse, I'm just going to click on this first keyframe I have here before my hyperlapse begins. And let's say I want to add a slight motion. So now I'm just going to drag this over here, and let's say I want to get the street view. So that's fine. It's automatically going to be set. And then I'm going to go to the end of my hyperlapse, and now I want it to be straight. And this is just going to give me kind of a dog-like 90-degree view while my hyperlapse is going. So now if I click back on my first keyframe, I can play it out, and you can see I do have that slight motion in my hyperlapse, which looks really cool. And one other cool thing I like to do is do a sky time lapse, right? So I can come into the beginning, I can kind of zoom into the sky here, which is going to create almost an up-down look, right? So now if I create a new keyframe there and I press play, but I want my hyperlapse to end at the ground level. So now I can come down here and set a new keyframe. And now I'm just going to create a hyperlapse that's going to start on the sky, and it is going to go down to the ground as it is going throughout the hyperlapse. And really, you can mess around in this, and you can do a lot of really cool different hyperlapses inside Insta360. Now, the last one I will show you will just be a reverse hyperlapse, right? So I'm going to delete all my keyframes, come to the beginning of the start of the hyperlapse, add a new keyframe, spin this around like so, zoom out just a hair, and now I am gonna press play, and you can see now I have a reverse hyperlapse, which is also another cool effect you can do inside Insta360. And I am just gonna bring this up a little bit because it does show a little bit of my head there. So let's add a keyframe there. Let's play this back, and this is a really cool reverse hyperlapse. Now, another thing I like to do inside Insta360 so I don't have to export the whole video is I like to set in and out points, and you do that by pressing I on the keyboard here. And now it's just going to slowly ramp up, do the hyperlapse, and slowly come out, and then press O on the keyboard to tell Insta360 that's what I want to do is an in and out point. So now if I come up here, I can export this. Now Insta360's export settings are a little bit different than GoPro's, but they're still super manageable. I always like to export mine at 4K, so I'm going to come in here and put in 3840. And bitrate I like to leave around 160. I think this gives me some of the best results. And same thing here, I'm just going to rename this reverse hyperlapse street, so I know that is what my hyperlapse is. And now I'm just going to begin exporting this hyperlapse right here. And generally it is a pretty speedy process. So now you can see it is gone, and now I can come back here into Premiere Pro, and I'm just going to go to the end of my timeline to show you how I can drag and drop this right on to my timeline. So let me just go back here and find the video, and it's this video right here. Drag and drop this onto my timeline, and I already color graded this clip here, so we're just going to copy this color grade here, paste it, and you can see all the motion blur that Insta360 did add. But now if I come back to the beginning of my hyperlapse, it is color graded now, and I can play it back, and I just created a reverse hyperlapse using Insta360 software with my GoPro Hero Max 2. Now, if you do have any questions, please ask them in the comment section below. I know this is a little bit of a workaround, but it does work great for me, and I think it's easy enough where you can go out there and create some amazing hyperlapses on your own. And please, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll leave my handles up here, and also check me out on Substack. It's ColeBielecki.substack.com, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.